Good morning. We are back. It's SIEDC Live right here on the SIEDC Facebook page and the Gotham Trinity Productions YouTube page. What's going on, everyone? My name is Todd Bivona from Gotham Trinity Productions, the digital media ambassador for the SIEDC, coming to you from the studios of Gotham Trinity Productions, really the offices of Gotham Trinity Productions, right in Ariana South, over in Richmond Valley. So glad you're joining us. Yes, we are back. As the comments stated before we went live, we were on a little bit of a hiatus for maybe a week and a half or so. A lot going on in regards to the different phases opening up. We're in a modified phase 4 and a lot of scheduling issues on our end. So appreciate your patience, but we're back and we're here to provide you with various SIEDC members. Today, our guest is going to be Kristine Garlisi. Kristine is from Nicotra Group, of course. She's the chief of staff there, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about what's been going on in the Nicotra Group and what they've been focused on, both at the Hilton, with Lorenzos, and all their other properties, and what's been their goal moving forward and doing everything the right way, taking care of all the CDC guidelines and making sure everything is opened accordingly, right? As all the businesses that have been on the show are, right? So it has been a week and a half. So happy July. We've done this since July 4th, right? Hope everyone has had a good couple of weeks. Gotham's been doing very well. Been quite busy with various projects. Gotham Trinity actually celebrated their birthday, their 3 years in existence a couple of weeks ago. So it's been a very exciting ride. Sorry about that. Live TV, you gotta love it. All right, so yeah, so Bobby Aanonsen is going to join us from the SIEDC next. Bobby's going to give a little bit of update what's going on in the SIEDC world. I know that some things have been moved. For instance, the Chairman's Cup golf outing, a signature event. Still talking about how the business conference is going to wind up, what they're going to wind up doing, and what else is coming up for the rest of the season for the SIEDC, and the benefits that you, as a member, for our SIEDC members, and for those in the public. Remember, the business conference is open to the public, so hopefully, in some way, shape, or form, whether it's in person or in a different medium, whether it's a virtual medium, I'm sure they're hoping to achieve something and add value to what the SIEDC offers here. So with that being said, let's bring on Mr. Bobby Aanonsen. Bobby, how are you?
Good morning, Todd. Good to see you again.
Hey, good to see you. Good to be live here again. Yeah, it's been a while. Like I said, about a week and a half. Took a brief hiatus for like a late night talk show. You know, got to go on hiatus for the summer or something like that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, it's been nice. It's nice to get back, though.
Yeah, so all right, Bobby. Like I said, it has been a little bit. A lot has been going on from the SIEDC camp. You guys, to remind people back at home, you guys are back at the offices, socially distant, coming in waves. If your door is open, mask on. If your door is closed, mask off. Feel comfortable, all that stuff. That being said, Bobby, just give us an overall state of affairs over the SIEDC, bud.
Yeah, definitely. So as you can tell, today I'm not in the office. So we are still on a staggered schedule, but it's been great. It's been great to be able to get back into the office, talk to a few different people, talk to as many members as I can. And so as you mentioned before, our Chairman's Cup golf outing is going to be on September 10th at Trump National in Colts Neck, New Jersey. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be our first event back in the public eye, obviously. It'll be nice to be with some people, obviously at a socially distanced spacing, obviously. And New Jersey has some different rules than here in New York, but excited to be able to get back out there on September 10th and see a lot of different people. So it is open to the public. So if you are interested and you're not a member, if you do want to reach out to myself or Jacqueline to purchase a foursome or to purchase a single for that event, you can. It's going to start at 9 a.m. with breakfast and our registration, and then the golf is going to start at 11 o'clock, and then afterwards at 4 o'clock we're going to have a barbecue and our award ceremony as well. So it's going to be great to be able to get in front of some people, see people that we haven't seen for a long time. So again, if you do want to come out to our Chairman's Cup golf outing, please shoot me an email. I'm sure Todd can put my email up there, but again, we'd love to have everybody, including our members. So If you are a member and you haven't had the chance to RSVP yet, please again reach out or check our emails that we've been sending out.
And if there's one thing that the SIEDC has been diligent about, it's been communication. And it's been great getting those daily emails and updates and briefings. And especially in the early months, Bobby, this show was an integral part of that, of getting information out. When it came to PPP loans and the distribution of PPE, or just overall notifications of the different phases and what that means for the different businesses, right? For your example, the Executive Dining Network, this was a great medium in which to talk to them and speak with them on how their best approach of opening up is and was in an outdoor sense.
For sure.
Still waiting for word on when that will happen in the indoor sense, affecting a lot of businesses. And I think a lot of businesses are anxious to open up insides. Of course, according to CDC guidelines. One of those businesses, of course, is Lorenzos. Kristine Garlisi will join us in a little bit to talk about that and their plans for opening up. Because, Bobby, would it be fair to say those in the Executive Dining Network that you've been in touch with telling you, listen, Bobby, we're excited to do this. Let us know what the government says, because President and CEO of the SIEDC, Cesar Claro, sits on a board with the mayor regarding opening and the ramifications of what that means to be open for various businesses. What's the latest from the office of Cesar regarding restaurants and just overall the phase that we're in? Go through it a little bit, will you, Bob?
Yeah, definitely. So as you guys know, so as you mentioned, Cesar's on the Small Business Mayor's Council, which has been great. Obviously, we've been sending out those text messages each and every day from Cesar, which I've heard from a lot of members and a lot of people in the community that love it because it's a nice update. But in terms of the restaurants and everything like that, as far as I know, they're in a little bit of unfortunately, a little holding pattern right now. Obviously, it stinks for those restaurants, and I do feel for them. But it's great that they do have the takeout, like Kristine has been talking, or like Kristine will talk about for Lorenzos, is that they do have some great takeout options, and a lot of places do have a lot of the outdoor seating, which is great. Especially, I mean, it's tough on these hot days, but it's still great to get out there. It's still great to have somebody else serve you and somebody else cook for you and things like that. And so definitely, they're in a little bit of a holding pattern right at the moment, but I believe they're optimistic to have that opening up soon.
Yeah, and that would be great, because right now, Bobby, we're in like a modified phase 4,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Like we were supposed to supposedly hit phase 4, and indoor dining was supposed to be allowed and whatnot, and you were able to go to Angelina's or Max's Esca or Daddy-O's and actually be able to go inside and eat. But not the case quite yet. Over precautious, understandably so, considering the state of affairs throughout the country. So I think we consider ourselves fortunate that we are where we are now, despite what we went through. Bobby, totally what else we got coming up to the fall wise? You have a crystal ball. I know things are changing every moment. There's going to be new news probably in an hour. Who knows? What else from the office of the SIEDC would you like to share?
Yeah, definitely. So Todd, this is a conversation that I've had a lot with you, and you were involved a little bit yesterday. Is our business council, or sorry, it's our biggest business conference. Apologies. So business conference is going to be coming up in October. We're obviously going through a lot of different things, whether it be virtually or in person, and we are trying to figure out the best way to be able to serve Staten Island with obviously our business conference, which is one of our biggest events, if not probably our biggest event. Sure. So we are going through a lot of different things, and we're working with a lot of different people, including yourself, to figure out the best way to do this business conference.
Correct. Yeah, there's a lot of intricacies involved in this, specifically from the tech side of things, and making it an interactive environment, interactive event, right? Making sure someone like Kristine Garlisi from the Nicotra group can come on site, so to speak, and virtually explain the Nicotra group of what they have to offer, what's still open, and their plans for opening, which she'll detail now. But how great would it be come conference time, and if it's October, November, or whatever it may be, whenever the schedule shakes out accordingly, it'd be great for her to share that information. Right.
Yeah, and so it's exciting to be able to do a virtual conference if that's the way we decide to go. It's going to be great to be able to do that, and we are going to work hard to make sure that everybody does have the opportunity to come and visit the quote-unquote booths or things like that. So it's been exciting to go through that process, and we should be having some news soon on that.
Excellent. All right, Bobby, thank you so much. Bobby Aanonsen, once again, membership manager, SIEDC. If you have questions regarding the Chairman's Golf club outing at Trump National Golf Club. Again, I had this animate earlier. Trump National Golf Club in Colsec, September 10th. That's a Thursday, Bobby?
I believe so.
I believe it's a Thursday. So if you have questions, you email this email address right here, which is Bobby's email, bobby@siedc.org. And of course, your general source for very good small business information and beyond, siedc.org. Bobby, thanks so much for the time. I think we're going to turn our attention now to Miss Garlisi. Kristine Garlisi. She is the chief of staff, or chief of stuff, as she so amusingly said to me earlier before we got started. Kristine, good morning.
Good morning. It's good to be here with you.
Great to have you on board here, Kristine. You are reporting from your office or from home?
No, I'm in the Nicotra Group my office in the Nicotra Group offices on South Avenue, right next to the Hilton Garden Inn. Yep.
Nice. Okay, good.
And
So, Kristine,
I'm behind a closed door. Otherwise, I would have my mask on because that is the protocol here right now. So I just want to make note of that.
Of course, the same protocol that the SIEDC staff is doing right now. Again, Bobby was home, so he obviously doesn't need to follow those protocols out in the comfort of his own home. But you being in your office, door closed, very, very important to get that out there. That, hey, listen, Kristine can go to work. People can go to work in a safe fashion. Everyone knows about the Nicotra Group, but if they don't, how about you give us a brief minute description about the Nicotra Group and all their offerings and properties and whatnot, Kristine?
Absolutely. Lois and Richard Nicotra are proud Staten Islanders. They started the Nicotra Group more than 40 years ago. They had a business called Everything Yogurt, which was their conception, and it expanded to be a franchise to more than 250 franchises around the world. And they chose to keep their international headquarters right here on Staten Island, giving Staten Islanders a job. And then when they realized they needed headquarters, they built office space, and that was the first building they built on South Avenue. They've expanded it to about 1.5 million square feet of Class A office space. That means Manhattan-style office space right here on Staten Island. And during normal times, about 17,000 people a day come to South Avenue. So we call South Avenue the Park Avenue of Staten Island because it's such an economic generator, which is why we're so involved with the SIEDC. And I'm proud to be on the cabinet this year for the SIEDC. I think it's a pivotal time for us to talk about Staten Island businesses. So I'm thrilled to kind of up the ante and get more involved with SIEDC. And of course, the Nicotras also have the Hilton and the Hampton Inn. And finally, their Nicotra Foundation, where they've given away about $950,000 thanks to the Commons Cafe, a small eatery where they give 100% of the profits to charity. So it's a great company to work for. And I also say that I might have a master's degree, but getting a doctorate every day, learning from Lois and Richard Nicotra. They are masters at what they do, even in these times, especially in these times.
Especially in these times is right, Kristine. And the Commons Cafe, love eating there. No, me and my business partner, Mike Reziuso, we've been there quite a few times for meetings in the with integration charter schools or meetings at the Hilton, for instance. We have a couple of meetings at the Hilton, or to meet Cesar Claro and the SIEDC staff. We've gone to the Commons Cafe.
I see them in there all the time. It reminds me of, and we can't wait to reopen. We'll be reopening in September as more people return to their offices. We took a little pause because it is a social enterprise eatery where we're giving all the profits away, so we can't afford to lose any money. So we wanted to be smart about that. So like many different aspects of everyone's business right now, you have to look at it a little differently, but we're looking forward to welcoming you back again in the fall.
Speaking of looking at things a little bit differently, Kristine, you have had a great approach for the past few months in trying to maintain a positive attitude and positive vibes. I'm looking forward, especially with the love campaign and that beautiful love sign outside of your major grounds, as you mentioned, off of South Avenue there. There it is, right behind you. You have some great footage, so I wanted to actually start this interview with some special footage, and just give me a second and bear with me, folks. I want to make sure I do this justice. It is a video. Oh, man. Modern technology. I thought you'd be able to.
It'll play.
It will play. I have it in. Unfortunately, it's the application isn't coming up. So the whole thing isn't coming up. So I teased it, and then I can't even use it. Anyway, it is
comment on the video. I can comment on this live, and I'll share the video that we did of the corporate park showing the 400 acres of land that the Nicotras developed, but they developed it in such a way, oh, great, good for you, that they preserved so much of the natural wildlife and woodland that was around it.
All right. So with that being said, I hope I clicked with audio. I know there's audio. Let's give this a roll. So nice. What a very well done piece, and just showcasing the beautiful grounds at that location. It's so well done. I applaud you and your team's efforts, and of course Lois, and that was so well done, Kristine. And again, highlighting that grand space. I forget how big it is, but the drone footage really does provide some great looks of that. All right, Kristine. So let's get to March. March hits. Things start to begin to shut down. What did that mean for you and your team, and for the Nicotra's? What did that mean, and how did you guys adjust?
Well, like everyone else, we adjusted quickly because we had to. And we also wanted to make sure that we were keeping our team and our guests safe, which is the most important thing. You can always recover business. You can't recover people. And that's the bottom line. So we moved quickly and responded to, we actually shut down some things before the government mandated it. And that's been the heartbreaking part of it, is to be separated from some members of our team who are furloughed right now because we can't open some aspects of our business. But other aspects of the business. So for example, you look at the hotel and we have the banquet area, which is Nicotra's Ballroom and above, which obviously is greatly impacted by current events. But you have overnight guest rooms, and we've been fully committed from the beginning. And we are, in the hospitality world, you can't say who's staying at your hotel, but I will say that we are serving those who serve. So we've been very busy room wise. And, that's been a big commitment for our team to get it done with less staff. So we did that. Lorenzos has been open. Lorenzos to go. You can, call in your order 7 days a week between 11:30 and 8. And Mr. and Mrs. Nicotra tease that you never know. They might be the ones loading it into your trunk when you pull up. So, or it might be me. We're all wearing many hats right now. And I did tease before, and I said, forget about chief of staff. Call me chief of stuff, because right now, there's no titles right now. Everybody's doing everything, and we've always been like that. While you do respect other people's roles, but you jump in if needed. But right now, it's just we're in get it done mode, and we are getting it done. So Lorenzos is open. We are prepping for the Commons Cafe to reopen in the fall. We'll announce that date soon. We are showing couples and people who want to celebrate special events in their life. We're showing the space. We have a fabulous Carol Tavella, who's our vice president of our banquet division. She has created a fabulous way for couples and for families to visit us in a safe, physically distant, socially connected way, so that we are feeling confident that everybody's going to be healthy. But sometimes you want to walk the space. And we were kind of teasing before this started, and even the trouble a little bit with the video playing. You're a professional. Most of us are on Zoom calls and on Outlook 365 or whatever everyone's using. And we've had it, screen time is at the max. So I've loved welcoming our tenants back. Lois and Richard Nicotra have visited all the buildings. We have a lot of protocols in place. In fact, SIEDC is right down the street. They're our work neighbor. So Bobby, when he's at work, is in one of our buildings. And I've spoken with so many tenants personally, just to tell them what it's like when you show up. So for example, very big signs on the door. You have to wear a mask to come in our spaces. And that's just how it's been since March. So we didn't wait for a government mandate. That's what we felt safe doing, and that's what we're doing. We have tape down the hallways. We have directional signs. We have Purell absolutely everywhere. And the elevators are separate. So the tenants I've spoken with are feeling happy to be back. And I think everyone does like a mix, It's
Yes.
nice to be able to do both.
Yeah, and I think a lot of businesses, obviously, clearly yours included, are looking at that model, that there is a calling for the in-person, safely face-to-face meetings where it is good to have that dynamic of physical communication and the nonverbals and the passion and emotion behind people's thoughts and ideas and feelings of a certain topic. You can't replace that. I can see your face.
Yeah, it's so true. You're so on the target with that, because there's a culture that's built in person. It's almost like internet dating. You might meet online, but eventually you're going to want to meet in person, because that's where the love is built. The love is built in person.
So true. The passion and the trueness of someone and their inside, not just again, this is face value here. Although you can see me very Staten Island moving my hands every 5 seconds, very Italian of me to do. You still don't see my expressions and how else I feel toward the topic or whatnot. So that's very interesting that you bring that up, and everyone's kind of shifting towards that model. Kristine, let's move on to, you mentioned bookings for 2021, right? And people are beginning to or have already discussed with you and your staff looking forward to 2021 and booking up. Is that correct?
Yes. And, from the beginning, Lois and Richard Nicotra, they opened the hotel because we wanted to give people visiting Staten Island the experience of the very best of what Staten Island had to offer. And, before I worked here, I remember I had my daughter's christening here. She's now 18. But one of our guests from another borough said to me, "I can't believe this is Staten Island." And I said to him, "I can't believe you can't believe this is Staten Island. Don't be so shocked that we're so gorgeous." And I think, people now want to do something close to home. So we're seeing a lot more local people coming to book with us. We're seeing a lot of people from Connecticut, New Jersey, who are looking for something a little different, maybe above because we have gorgeous views, or Nicotra's Ballroom. They want guests to stay in house. They want beautiful gardens to celebrate outside a little bit more. One thing we have is space. We have a tremendous amount of space. So the fact that the Nicotras didn't square everything in around the property, they created gardens, and there's huge pieces of art to take photos with and have a cocktail near. So we're seeing a lot of interest, and we booked a couple of events last year, and every single person is saying pretty much the same thing, which is we want something on the calendar to look forward to. I love that.
For instance, something like this.
Yes.
That Lovestein is, I mentioned it at the top of introducing you here. I mean, what a gorgeous photo. Let me, I love your name, Kristine, but I want to do this photo justice. Take your name off the screen real quick. But yeah, let's do this photo justice here. I mean, what a beautiful photo, and just encapsulating what it is that they're celebrating. And one more here, a little bit of a side angle of that. Oh, that's great. Now that's on the opposite side of where we just were. Is that right?
So the love is accessible to everyone, and I want everyone watching to know that you can come and enjoy taking a photo with the love. The love is on the corner of South Avenue and Lois Lane. I love the name of that lane. And since you have a superhero affinity, I thank you.
Oh my goodness! I mean, you could see the logo and everything. We are big DC fans. However, we are not DC. We are our very own. But yes, we are big superhero fans. DC, Marvel. We love them both. But go ahead.
So Lois Lane and South Avenue, we have the giant love there. Anyone is welcome to go and enjoy that. And that was a gift from Lois and Richard Nicotra to Staten Island, because they do love their borough. They've chosen to build their business here and build their life here. And in a sense, to give all of us an opportunity. those who work for them, but also those they've benefited through grants or through hosting events here, to share that love for community. And the other picture you showed is really meant for hotel guests, but during this special time, we've invited anyone who would like to come and stroll the grounds. You're more than welcome. So you'd drive onto the property, park close to the hotel, and you can go to the back, to the side of Nicotra's Ballroom on the garden level. There's a beautiful gazebo. There's that kissing sculpture you just showed, and there's a giant XOXOX, our hugs and kisses. So anyone can come and enjoy that. We encourage you to do that.
Yeah, which is a great point too for those of photographers that find this picturesque. Which, you know, as someone in media who love photography, this certainly is a gorgeous shot. Just want to scroll through a couple other. Are we looking at above here, Kristine?
Yep, that's the above ballroom, and that beautiful bar is one of two bars. There's another bar on the rooftop that's the longest one on Staten Island, and you know, right, our couples have so much fun with that. But you know, also if you're celebrating any events up there, I have to admit I popped my communion celebrant up on that bar and took a great picture when my daughter had her communion. You know what? It's about making memories and kind of memorializing them in those beautiful photos. So we're very conscious of that. And we are a photo society. Everybody loves to take pictures. So.
Yes. And if I may, you supplied some excellent other photos here. Oh, my goodness. I mean, so that's just a dynamic.
That's the rooftop. And these are all different photographers. So I love viewing the space through different photographers' eyes. I'm so thrilled when I wake up in the morning and I'm checking our social pages across 22 different pages to see us tagged by different photographers, because it takes my breath away, and I'm always in the space. That's the above ballroom as well.
And that's also the above ballroom as well.
And that's the rooftop.
With the fireplace. I mean, that's just spot on. And the rooftop is vast. I mean, what a space that really is. That's great just for regular gatherings and whatnot. Oh my goodness, Kristine, we're already at 10:31. Let's go to what else did I want to make sure that we hit today? You talked about Corporate Commons 3, to-go orders from Lorenzos, so be sure to order from Lorenzos.
I just want to quickly talk about Love Staten Island. So if that is a group, yes, that is a group where we are not, trying to book a room. We're not trying to book a wedding, and we're not trying to sell you a burger, even though the Lorenzos burger is delicious. Maybe Todd will throw that photo up. But Love Staten Island, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and it's really about a love of community. And you mentioned before that we really threw both arms around optimism and positivity during this time, which does not mean we are naive or blind to what's going on. But every day we choose to get up and take a step forward. One of the things I often sign off on my posts, I say onward. That is something the Nicotras and I say quite often. We have to focus on what's next. And that's what Love Staten Island does. Embraces and celebrates our local community, which is a great thing to do right now since we can't travel too much.
Correct. And yes, I'm trying to grab all those beautiful photos right now. Let's see where they are. Here they are. So I'm going to pull it up right now for you. Yes, the food, so good at Lorenzo's to-go images. Here they are. All right, it should be on your screen right now. Excellent. All right, so here's a look at if you are ordering from Lorenzos. Let's make it a little bit bigger here.
Some delicious images, and you can pull up right outside that red awning. And if you want to go on the lorenzosdining.com website, you could see our special to-go menu.
And here we are pulling up the entrance of what you would see if it loads inside. There we go. And there's the entrance that you pull up to. Limoncello salad right there. That looks delectable. Chicken martini. Excellent. What else do we have? The burger. So here's the burger we're talking about, juicy burger that I have definitely had at Lorenzos.
Everybody always says, what are you going to have? And I think people expect me to say something fancy. I say, get that burger. Get that burger. Yes. I think it's one of the best on Staten Island, if not the best.
Tommy like wingy, so there's your buffalo wings. Love those. Excellent. So good, Kristine. And thank you for sharing about Lorenzo specifically, something that people can go and do now. Do today. That is your lunch for today, folks. Call them today.
If you call today and tag me, I'll come over and put it right in your trunk. I'm here.
That's amazing. Oh, that's so cool. I think we have to go order from Lorenzos today.
We'll take a little selfie. I always have love in my pocket, so we'll take a little selfie when you come.
Oh, Kristine, you always have love. You're full of love, full of Staten Island love. We love that. I think we're going to be a big part. working together and getting that message out there. We'd love
Counting
to
on it.
chat more, and everyone on Staten, all production companies. We're friends with Fuzz on the Lens Productions. We're friends with Julio Vincent Cambuto, who made a film entirely on Staten Island. Team Marco,
Wonderful.
which was he's like the godfather of Gotham Trinity. We love Julio. We just actually had a special webinar with Julio and Fuzz on the Lens for the St. George Theater. I'm sure you have friends over at St. George, Doreen,
Luann, and I was on the board of the theater before I came to work here. I'm very fond of the theater. You know, that's the beautiful thing about Staten Island. We're the small town in the big city. So everybody knows everyone, and there's a real collaboration across every industry. I do love it.
It's great. And the SIEDC has helped facilitate those relationships. Again, Julio, quick story, Julio was at a SIEDC event. He did the member video a couple of years back.
I remember that.
Yeah, so he did the video, and then he had Team Marco come out, and then the next year he wasn't able to do the video. In comes Gotham Trinity, based on his recommendation and him getting to know us a little bit, and henceforth our relationship with the SIEDC. So again, you speak about love in the community and everyone helping one another out, and here's Julio Vincent Cambuto giving little Gotham Trinity Productions that just started out a year prior this opportunity. And
you know, that's going to be our superpower. That is Staten Island's superpower. That's our super strength. You know, people like Lois and Richard Nicotra, who when you come to be our tenant, they look to grow your business because it is wonderful for the borough. And so we want businesses to grow. We want Staten Island to be an incubator for big business. And that is our hidden superpower. We'll have to just keep it between the two of us.
Love it. It's going to be our superpower. Listen, a lot of areas have, different strong. Everyone says Staten Island strong, but there's a different strong to Staten strong. Kristine Garlisi, I'm so sorry. I could talk to you for days, Kristine.
I know.
Unfortunately, I don't want Quentin Tarantino, a.k.a. Caesar Clara, to get mad at me for going too long. And Bobby's also yelling at me in the background. He's giving me the cut symbol. Kristine, thank you so much. Day. So nice speaking with you and sharing about Lois, about the Nicotra Group. Really appreciate the time. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Same here. Take care.
All right. Once again, that was Kristine Garlisi. She is the chief of staff to Lois and Richard Nicotra. I can't say the name Richard's crazy. Really great to speak with her today about the Nicotra Group. And remember, to dine at Lorenzos, you can order out. And heck, she even said if you order today, she could put it in your trunk, which I think is great. So you saw those burgers, you saw the food that was available, and you see that they're booking weddings for 2021. Be sure to contact the team at the Nicotra Group if you want to have your wedding at the Hilton or the Above Rooftop, which is gorgeous up there. So, hey, thanks so much for watching. Great to have SIEDC Live back on the airways every Wednesday, 10 a.m. A different member from the SIEDC will be joining us, as well as Jacqueline Fischetti, Director of Marketing and Outreach, when she can join us, or the Membership Manager, Bobby Aanonsen, will be joining us live on SIEDC Live every week. We're not going away, folks. Stay tuned for the latest on SIEDC. For the SIEDC, go to siedc.org for more. Really appreciate you guys tuning in today and looking forward to seeing you next week. Take care.